and today we're going to make the softest gluten-free, dairy-free, egg-free chocolate chip cookies that you've ever made, and I think you're going to love them. These are like the softest, these are like one of the best gluten-free chocolate chip cookies recipes that I like, and they kind of remind me of cookies you would get maybe at Subway or like a deli or like a bakery. They're sort of more thin, but they're soft and they're a little chewy. They're delicious. So let's get into the recipe. I hope you guys have been doing well, and we're going to start off with the wet ingredients. So I have here some dairy-free butter. This is Earth Balance, and you can find it in the whole section where all the other butter is. And if you do not want to use like butter and you're oil-free, then you can use cashew butter. And we're using 4 tablespoons of butter. So if you're using cashew butter, you want to use 4 tablespoons of cashew butter. And you're just going to add a little bit more Aquafaba, which I'm going to show you the bean juice in a second. If you do this with cashew butter, you're going to need a little bit more liquid because the cashew butter doesn't soften and melt like real like vegan or dairy butter does. So anyway, 4 tablespoons of butter goes into my bowl here, and it's softened butter. And we're just going to mix the butter and the sugar together to give us that classic chocolate chip cookie recipe texture. Now I've made this cookie many ways. I have made it vegetarian, I have made it dairy-free, I have made it oil-free, I have made it many ways. So you can change this recipe up, but it's still good. Okay, so we have our butter in here. I'm going to add a heaping quarter cup of maple sugar. And this is going to act as my white sugar. And then I'm going to show you what acts as the dark sugar. So get that classic chocolate chip cookie taste and just the, you know, the caramelization. I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of coconut sugar. This is going to act as my dark sugar. So 2 tablespoons of that. How have you guys been using your time lately? I know that a lot of you guys are working from home. I'm at home all the time now, and I've been catching up on a lot of reading, which I haven't done in years. Like I have read in the past few years. I've read a couple of autobiographies. I've read through the whole Bible a couple of times, but I've just been reading a lot more. And right now, I just started Pilgrim Progress last night, but I love historical stuff. So anyway, I'm back in the mood for reading. Let me know what you guys are doing. Are you gardening? Are you doing any type of hobbies? Just use this time wisely, guys. Make the best out of the situation. I'm fine. Like a lot of people don't like staying home, and I'm fine with it. Like I roll with it. I don't know if it's because I'm a homebody. I don't know, but I like it. So you just want to cream the butter and the sugar together. So you can use a hand mixer, but anybody got time for that? It is really, I'm so hot. I mean, you guys know what I mean. It's hot in here. Like the weather has heated up a lot. Okay, so we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Then we're gonna add our bean juice. This is white bean juice. In the past, I have used 1 egg yolk for this recipe, which if you eat eggs or you're vegetarian, you can use. But to make this egg-free today, we're using bean juice. I'm using the juice of white beans, but you can use the juice of chickpeas, which is Aquafaba, whatever you want. So I've got 2 tablespoons in here. It's gonna keep the cookies really soft and just give us that texture that we want. So just like it would if you would add an egg yolk. Not completely. I still think when I added the egg yolk, they're just a little better, but this is the closest that I've got using bean juice. So we're just gonna mix all this up together. 1/4 cup of almond flour, gonna help keep the cookies super soft. Just told you, these are some of the best gluten-free cookies you will ever make. Trust me. So, next, I have a 1/2 cup of gluten-free flour. I like to use Bob Red Mill. You can either use the red bag or the blue bag, but that's what I've tested this recipe with several times, and that's what I feel works the best. So, 1/2 cup of that. Now, this is a small batch. We're making like 6 giant cookies, but if you wanted to make a full batch, just double the recipe. And you're gonna need a pinch of sea salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. There we go. If you wanted to add 1 tablespoon of flaxseed, go ahead and do that, and the cookies will stay together just a little bit better. Mix that together. Now the batter, I like the batter to be a bit wet like this. If you want the cookies to not spread as much and have them more firm, then you could add more flour, but I like the batter this way because that's going to give us that texture of like a cookie from a bakery or a deli or like the Subway cookies. So trust me on this. They're going to be thin, soft, a little chewy. You're going to love it. Now we're going to add some dairy-free chocolate chunks. And these are accidentally dairy-free. So just going to mix that all together here. And there we go. We're going to go get our pan and we're done. That quick, that easy. Okay, so you want to cook these at 350 for 10 to 12 minutes. 10 minutes so that they'll be softer. If you want them a little bit more crispier, you can cook them for 12 minutes. So you want to spread them out. You want to have a good distance between them because they're going to spread. I'm going to throw these in the oven and I'll be back in 10 to 12 minutes. I'll see you then. The cookies are done. You want to let them cool, okay? I know you may be tempted to take one right off the tray, but just smack your hand a little bit and say, no, patience. So anyways, my cookies are about finished cooling, so I've already started on one. Look at that. I would recommend the tablespoon of flaxseed. I would definitely recommend that because it helps the cookies stay together. As you can see, I've already finished off almost a whole cookie. I could not help myself. What can I say? They're soft, they're chewy, a little bit of crispy. They're kind of crispy around the edges because I let them cook for 12 minutes this time because I wanted them a little bit more crispy, but they're still soft. Guys, funny story. I made these cookies and I had like family over. I set them to cool and I like covered them up in a corner. I come back and like half the tray is gone. And then I'm like asking, okay, who took the cookies? Who took them? People are like raising their hands. My mom raises her hand. She's like, yeah, sorry, I took them. Anyways, I think if you make these guys for yourself or for your family, I think you're gonna like them. And these are the ones that we made with cashew butter. So the texture is a little different. Obviously, they're not as thin and spread out, but you could double the aquafaba to make the cookie dough a little bit more runny, but they're still soft and they're still some of the best gluten-free cookies you're ever gonna make. So watch this, okay? You can do these all free, yes, you can. Okay guys, put your cup of milk, whatever, dairy-free milk, whatever you have, dip these cookies in it. I think you're gonna like them. If you have not subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button if you like to see more alternative, healthier versions of your favorite foods. And if you've already subscribed, hey guys, how you doing? Pop me a hello in the comments, guys. I love to hear from you. Keep your chin up, and I will see you guys again very soon. Bye-bye. Where's my milk?